Hi, welcome to Google Developers Live. My name is Pong Ying, and with me today is my colleague Maru.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Maru. We're here to talk to you today about the Google Wallet platform. Specifically, we're talking about wallet objects and the quick start tutorials. The quick starts are a great way to hit the ground running when you start integration. What they do is showcase and provide examples about how to code against their APIs. Within it, you'll find samples to create a class, to create an object, to insert the object using save to wallet, and to leverage our web service APIs, which allow your users to find your loyalty programs and objects from within the Google Wallet app. So specifically today, we're going to be focusing on the Java Wallet Objects Quick Start and how to get it up and running with Maven. To show you the process, here's Maru.
Thanks, Pong. So the first thing we'll do is go into our documentation. So go to developers.google.com, then /wallet/objects. And from there, click on Quick Start Samples. And you'll see the 5 quick starts that we have right now. Then click on Java. Once you get there, you'll see the instructions on how to get your credentials and to be able to access the API. So go read the instructions from the documentation, and also you can watch another video that we have that explains this in detail. And once you have that, then we'll go ahead and start downloading the quick start code and installing it. So we are going to assume that you already have your credentials, and we're going to go now and download the code. So to do that, we have the code running. You can download it or clone it from GitHub. I'm going to click on that. And so on GitHub, you can either just copy the URL to clone it locally, or you can download a zip of the code. I'm going to just clone that here on my local. And to do that, I just need to git clone in the URL, and that should clone the code. And I already have it here for our demo today. Once you have that, one thing that you need to make sure is that you have Maven running. Maven installed. We're gonna use Maven to run and to build the project. Okay, so I have here, you can see I have Maven installed, and when you got your credentials, you also got a private key file. You need to copy your private key file on the source main resources directory. So let me see if I already have it there. Okay, so this is the sample that we have. I'm going to copy the one that my private key, my P12 file, into source main resources, right? Once I have that, the next thing that we have to do is configure the project. So to do that, we're going to open the web.xml file, which is under source main web app webinf. And let me open that here. And source main web app webinf web.xml. And in this file, we're going to look for the service. Okay, so the first field we have to change is the service account email address. So the service account email address will be you'll use, let me change here. So I have here a cheat sheet with my credentials, so I'm just going to copy that and put it here. Great. And then we need to also modify the path to our private key, which in this case then it would be, do I need to put webinf classes? No, I just need to. Okay. Okay.
That's where it gets copied to when you build it.
Okay. So then yes. And then from here, I think my file is called wops private. Let's see what it was called. I think it's what private key. Let me see here to make sure. Yeah, wops private key .p12. Okay, so that's fine. Then we also need our issuer ID. And this is the ID that you got when your merchant account was created. Let's see, that's this. If you don't have an issuer ID, then you need to request one through our Get Access form. And once that is provided to you, then you can then download the Quick Start and try it. The application name can be pretty much any application name. It doesn't have to match any of the values that you have when you created your credentials. So I'm just going to put here WebS testing. And those are the 4 values that we need to update. So that's, of course, defined in our documentation. Once we have that, I'm just going to save my file. And we have to install, and I'm going to copy this, the wallet objects library in our local Maven repository. And we're just going to do that from here. And make sure that you're in the root directory where you downloaded or cloned the code. Good, so that's done. And after that, all we need to do then is just run it. So we're going to run it using Maven on our local server. So Maven and App Engine here. And I'm just going to do that. And here it's going to build it first, and then it's going to run locally. So let's see, it's already running, and it says it's running on 8080. So
there's 2 things to note when you're running your dev server. The first thing is that what Maven likes to do is encode everything in the UTF-8. So it also encodes a key sometimes, which is why we have an exception rule in the pom.xml. But if you're getting an error stating that the string length is too long, then it's likely that your key is getting UTF-8 encoded. The second thing is that Maven sometimes, actually this is more of an App Engine issue, but what happens with App Engine is that the latest version of App Engine requires the Java 1.7 runtime. So if you're getting any App Engine errors, try to install Java 1.7 first, and then make sure that your Java home is pointed to the right directory for Java 1.7. You can also check Java-version to make sure that the current runtime is 1.7. And that should fix most of the issues that you're running into.
Yeah, and that's very important. When you do run it, make sure that Java home is exported. And you can see on my screen that I just did that before we ran the Quick Start. So we have this running. We now load it on our local instance here. And what do we get? We get buttons to insert the classes. In this case, we have a sample for loyalty and offer. And once you click on one of these buttons, this will insert a class. And then it will tell me that the class already exists because we already inserted it. And that's okay, that's not an error. Once we have the class inserted, then we can click on the Save to Wallet button, and this will save the object into my Google Wallet app. So now if I go into my wallet app on my phone, or if we go into the merchant dashboard under instances, then we'll see a preview of the object that we saved on our account. So this is it. That's all it takes to download it and run it.
Super simple.
Super simple.
A few steps.
We hope you found this helpful, and if you have any questions or you want more details about wallet objects, go watch our other GDLs. We do have a GDL about concepts about wallet objects that it should be very helpful as well.
Yeah, we have an entire series to help you through the wallet objects integration.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.